Sound of Arrows, and I'm Stefan, and
I'm Oscar.
yes. We've been together as a band for maybe 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We both come from the same town in Sweden, so we knew of each other a bit there, but it wasn't until we both moved to Stockholm and then we started playing around with music on the computer.
Yeah.
And I discovered that world of making computerized music together.
It's quite a small town. It's called Gävle, and it's got maybe 70,000 people that lives there. I mean, it's not tiny, but
Yeah.
it's quite small. The culture life in, or would you say that's like it wasn't really thriving. It was quite a dead city. I was absolutely obsessed by the UK when I was younger. I subscribed to Q and NME and just bought CDs on mail order all the time. So I come from a really, really small town, and I think I'm like of a population of maybe 2,000. I think I'm the only person in that town that had a lot of those CDs.
I used to order a lot from Rough Trade. Sometimes just even haven't heard stuff, just it looks good on the cover.
Yeah.
It's quite cheap.
I mean, my absolute favorite acts growing up was Blur and Massive Attack. That was really was my two favorite acts, and I've got everything by them. But at the same time, I don't know if they're the most influential bands as to what we do. But it's me growing up, they were like the bands that I fought for, and pop as well.
Yeah.
A lot of things happened for us. We never took music seriously to begin with. We wanted to do other things, work in film. That was our goal. So it started out as a hobby, and then we just kept working, and then a lot of things started happening when we released our second single. Like, management contacted us and labels contacted us, so that's how we got into this world. And it was just it's been a long journey of adapting and forming a sound that you're happy with. Like, we're quite happy with how the album sounds. That it sounds quite, maybe not unique, but still it's got its own feel to it, and that took a while. And also, I don't know, we're such perfectionists that we just keep on working all the time. If this was basically us finishing this album was our manager, like putting a fist down on the table. It's like, enough.
We could have went for another 3 years.
Is it right that you've binned the album twice before we've
Yeah, but it's not the same album. But we've this is actually our third album, but we binned the whole, like, we didn't just reproduce it, but we wrote a completely new song.
Will we ever hear that material?
The first album, no one will ever hear.
No.
That was like, we had quite a different sound back then, and no one will ever hear that. But the second album, yeah, I think some of the things we've sort of used a little bit on B-sides and that sort of thing. But
Have you got any ideas about the next album number 4, album number 2, whatever you want to...
yeah, it's like the Star Wars song. It's very confusing. You never know. Is it 4? Is it 2? Is it which? Nah. We'll take it as it comes.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. We've really just with this. This album is such a world, and like it's a very consistent piece of work that as of today, I wouldn't really know where we'd go with the second album, because it feels like this world that this album belongs to. We've sort of this is it for that album. So we need to find another kind of inspiration.
Yeah. Who inspires the sound of Arrows? Like, is there anyone?
Yeah, to me, the biggest influence really is Vangelis, like that Greek composer. Like, he uses synths a lot, and he's done a lot. He was one of the pioneers with soundtracks based on synths. That's like that Chariots of Fire track that's extremely famous, that always soundtracking the Olympics and that kind of stuff. That was, you just take it for granted now, but that was apparently, I've read, that was like mind-blowing when it came out, because no one had really done scores with synths in that way. And his sound is very important to our sound, but I don't really know if people can tell. But to me, at least. I mean, apart from that, it's just a lot of modern dance music as well, even though it might not be as apparent. I think people want us to compare us to acts, which is fine. You could like read in whatever you want things, but people, I Pet Shop Boys and Erasure a lot, but I've never listened to them. They never really sparked my interest. It's the times we live in, really, and I'd rather have people listening to our music and coming to shows than people not hearing our music and not coming to shows. But I don't know. It's just maybe as it works these days that you pay for some things and then you don't pay for something. I pay for all my music, but still, I mean, if that's how it works, and you just it doesn't bother me. Or
it bothers me that a lot of people won't get to see. We're very happy with the CD packaging. A lot of people won't see that when they listen to the music.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.